What's up, Quadcopter fans? HangerDrone.com. Today I'm going to be flying my F450 flame wheel DJI knockoff. So my battery on. I'm going to go ahead and plug in my LED lights, even though it is daylight. Shouldn't make much of a difference. I'm going to go ahead and power up the transmitter, ensuring all my switches are in the off position. Otherwise, it will not allow me to take off or turn on the quadcopter. Let me go ahead and power up the quadcopter. I'll be adding the RunCam HD. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this on. Alright, now I was having a little bit of an issue with the RunCam getting it to power on. It is on. It is recording now. So I'm going to go ahead and slide this onto the front of the quadcopter, where I have a Velcro strap as well as a Velcro strip. I butt it up to the battery as well as I can, and then go ahead and flip over this Velcro strap to give it a more snug fit, more secure fit. So like I said, I do have the LED lights on, transmitters on, should be good to go. As far as flying, check our onboard screen to make sure everything's okay, which it appears that it is. And so we'll arm the motors, turn on the quadcopter. Now it isn't in self-leveling mode at the moment. It is in a manual mode, so we'll go ahead and flip that on. So now we have self-leveling on, and we can take it out for a flight. Now I do have the lights on there. They are blinking. I can actually flip those on. I have them tied to a 3-position switch. It might be a little bit difficult to see in the video, especially in the daylight, as far as the lights, but they are pretty bright in the evening if you are flying at night. So we'll take it around. Now the nice thing about this F450 is it's extremely powerful. It's a nice camera bird, but you can also fly it fast. Now I do have a modification on the bottom, which allows for that landing gear to be scabbed on there, and it makes it a little bit more stable and secure. Putting it right on that power board plate in the middle, it causes it to be unstable, and I was getting a lot of flip overs and tip overs, as well as the throttle thrust from taking off, or on a particular motor it was causing it to sink on one end of the motors. So fly around here in the field. It's been a couple days since I've flown this, and the charge might not be that great. So we'll just continue to fly it around here in the area. Like I said, I do have the onboard camera, which is the RunCam HD. So far so well. There's a little bit of a wobble there, a little isolation. So we'll take it up. We'll get a little bit of an aerial shot. Now, since this is tied into your rotors are tied into your throttle, can cause some dropout if you're trying to rotate and do a pan. I do not have a gimbal on there, so it's just the camera is directly mounted to the power board. So we'll see what kind of onboard footage we can get. With the quadcopter. It's flying a little wobbly. There is a pretty strong headwind coming in from the tail right now. Whenever that wind blows, it does cause the quadcopter to oscillate a little bit. So I'm getting a little bit of a pull to the right there. Now, when I did take off with the quadcopter. It was on level ground. It's kind of a hilly, rugged area, so there aren't many flat surfaces. Now I do have the candy dropper parachute from Hobby Kings that I've been able to attach to this quadcopter, and looking forward to doing more tests with it. I actually was able to tie it into one of the flip switches, so it allows it to just flip the parachute bay doors to open, and the quadcopter can drop its payload. So it's handling really well. In some of the older videos, I was having some issues until I did put these carbon fiber props on there. Once I was able to put those props on there, everything worked out great. So this is a little bit of a heavier quadcopter, so with the new FAA guidelines, you will need to have it registered and have your ID number on it. This thing weighs over the 8-ounce limit, so you will be required to register it. If you do have an F450 flame wheel knockoff. Now this is the frame I'm using in the kit. It's from Hobby Powered, 30 volt ESCs on it, Sunny Sky 980 motors, KK 2.15 flight controller with on-screen controls. Now, I am missing GPS on this quadcopter, which would be nice to have, but the KK 2.15 does offer self-leveling mode, which is nice. Turnigy battery, Turnigy transmitter and receiver, the 9X. So you get a lot of options with it, with that transmitter and the ability to be able to hook up a lot of different things. So right there you can see a little bit of a oscillation and a dropout. It's just compensating for itself because it does have the auto leveling, and we'll get it close and take a look at it here. But it handles very well. Again, I think probably a little bit of the drift and it's just to the uneven surface from trying to take off with it. But the range is excellent on this thing, and it's got a ton of power. So if you do want to take it up high, very easy to do so. Goes up without an issue. Get some shots of the mountain there. Now coming down with it, since that wobble is there, you need to be a little bit cautious, because once that wobble starts with the oscillation, it can drop if you're not careful and lose lift power. So we don't want that to happen. So we'll just bring it in nice and slow. So we'll try to find a level spot to land it. There isn't many in this area, and try to get the least amount of weed so it doesn't get caught in the blades. We'll turn off and unarm the motors, take a look at it. So as you can see, the RunCam is attached right here, carbon fiber props, Simon K 30 volt ESC Sunny Sky motors, LED lights, red on the back, white on the front, tied into the 3-position switch here, the Turnigy X9 transmitter receiver combination, and the KK 2.15 board on there. So if this video helped you out in any way, got any questions, trying to build one of these on your own, feel free to leave the comments in the comment section. I'll try to answer them as soon as I can.